So today I'm gonna be doing my birth story. Okay, so I was due December the 15th, and I I started the contractions December the 16th, and so I was just cramping, and cramps that you feel when you're about to have your period, but they're like constantly, and for like a long time or whatever. And I would just remember that I was just trying to go to sleep, but I tell my husband, I was like, oh my god, like my I can't stop cramping. And then I started timing it, and then like once it hit like 5 minutes per contraction, I told him. And then I called the hospital people, and they were like, oh, well, come here around, I think this is 7 or 8, I'm not sure. So I waited, and then I did, and my mom was living with me at the time, so I told her to get ready. So we went, and they had me like they checked me, and they checked the baby's heartbeat and everything. And then they were like, okay, so you're dilated. I forgot what they said. I think it was like 3. I don't know if it was 3 or 2, but anyways, it doesn't matter. I was dilating, and then I came back, and then they was like, come back. And then I started the contractions even more at the house. And then I remember me taking a picture, which I will post. Right here, of me capturing a contraction. And I was just like, I don't even know why, like, who thinks about taking a picture while you're having a contraction? But I guess it wasn't that bad, I guess. And I took my last picture of my belly, just for memories. I mean, that's the only reason why I did that. And then we go back. I was trying to eat. My mom cooked me some eggs, but I just couldn't even eat. So we went back, and they was like, okay, yeah, I was dilating faster, so they took me in, and I was just there all day. The contractions were getting stronger and shorter. So they were like, are you gonna take the epidural? And I was like, yes. So they took me there, and then they had to like really double check to put the epidural right and everything. And then after that, they took me to the room, and I was just there. And then I was good after the epidural. I was just good. I was taking pictures and everything, which I will post right here as well. So yeah, and then like after that, I just remember they kept telling me, okay, 1 through 10, how does it feel? And I just remember asking for more epidural. And then like at the ending, it was like they were like, okay, so my baby, I guess, was taking too long, and my water wouldn't break. So they was like, if we can break your water. But then my husband was like, no, because he wants the baby to come out naturally and whatever, so he was very rude to the nurses. But anyways, he finally said yes, and because she said that it would be risky for me if they don't break my water. So I was like, okay. They break my water, and they take me to the other room, to another room. I didn't have him in the same room because with the Spina Bifida, I was at the high risk clinic, so everything was high risk. So they took me to another room, and I just remember it looked kind of, I got nervous because it looked like a room, I don't know, it's kind of like, I don't know, like for people that are gonna have like surgery or something, I don't know. So they took me there, and they was like, after you start pushing, the contractions are gonna not go away, but it's not gonna be as painful. So they was just like timing the contractions and stuff. And I remember I was ready to have them, like I was ready to push and stuff. And then they was like, okay, push, and then they would tell me what to do, stuff like that. And then finally, like, the baby you know, was coming out. And I remember they were like, she has a lot of hair. And then I was like, what? I literally, because I was like laying back, and then, you know, because you lay back and then you go back again to push. So I was laying back and I was like, what? And I was like, it's a she. I thought it was a he. And then she was like, oh well, yeah, he. And then I was like, oh my god, I got not scared, but like I was just like, what, you know? So yeah, so then there was like, I remember that I was pushing and they was like, come on, push more, more. And then I couldn't, so I laid back, and then I took a deep breath and then to push again. But while I was doing that, my mom, I remember my mom, and they were saying like, no, like keep pushing, because I guess the head was already coming out. So then I pushed, and then there he goes. And then you know, I got to see him, because I was like, I stood up, like, you know, I sit up fast to see him and stuff. And it was kind of funny because he made like a mad face, like, who is you, you know? It was just kind of funny but cute. And then I didn't cry, I don't know why, guys. And I was just like, I don't know, like shocked that I just had a baby, you know. And my husband was just too, like, I don't know, we were just like, I don't know, shocked or whatever. We were happy, obviously, but, and then you know, so after that they took him to another room. And then, you know, I thought that they were give him to me so I can like hold him or whatever, but they just took him straight to another room. And then obviously I had to take the rest of the stuff out. And then they stitched me up for a while, and I was like, it didn't hurt or anything. I was just sitting there just waiting, and I kept thinking like, oh my god, like how much longer, you know, I just want to see my baby and hold him and stuff. And then they finally got done. They was like, okay, you ready? So they took me to out that room. And then it wasn't really a room where they had him. I don't even know what it was, but they were like, here. And I just remember him being so freaking heavy, and I was just like, and I didn't want to move him, guys, because you know, this, for the spina bifida, his back was still open, like he had like a little, I don't know what to call it, like bubble of skin out. And they had him, they had a plastic thing, like plastic diaper or something. But I didn't hold him like that. Like, he obviously had a blanket, but I just didn't want to, like, I was just so scared to like hurt him or anything, or touch him there. And you know what I'm saying, it's just very hard. And I just remember just being still like this, like with the baby. And that's why I think he got heavier, because I was just, even though he was heavy, I was just like leaning and I was just looking at him. I couldn't do what usually moms do and just kiss him and hold him however I want to. I couldn't do that. And that was just very sad for me. And yeah, so then, sorry, they took him. I was just like, I gave him to them. And you know, they obviously took pictures and stuff. I took pictures with him. Then I go to my room, and then I just remembered like my baby wasn't even there. Like, they took him to a NICU, and a lot of doctors came, you know, stuff like that. And then they told me that they was gonna do the surgery the next day. So the next day happened, and you know, it was just very scary. And I just remember, like, you know, praying and feeling positive and thinking positive, and you know, about the whole surgery and stuff. Sorry guys, I had a call. But anyways, yeah, so then they finally told me everything went well, which I already, you know, I just had faith. And I go down there to see him, and he was just so adorable. And I just remember thinking how blessed I was that God has sent me such a gorgeous baby. And I was just so happy and thankful for him. And then I was just looking at him, and then you know, like, I don't really remember much then, but you know, he had to stay in the NICU and stuff. He stood there for a month. No, not a month. He got the surgery the 18th, and we got to take him the 24th, Christmas Eve. So I was just so happy and excited that, you know, it was over. And so when they told me I can take my baby, I thought everything was fine. But then I realized that they told me that I had to do some stuff at home, like my baby's back was still open, and I had to do all this stuff, like clean it up. So, cause his thing was very low. I think the level was S3, if you guys know. For the Spina Bifida, it's very low. So this is a very good thing, but also to be able to like clean it was very hard, because poop will get in there, and you just have to like clean that out and stuff. And you can see the inside. You can see his skin, and it was like red and, well, not pink and stuff. And it's just something I've never obviously done, and I don't have experience with this and stuff. And it was just, you know. And then the other thing, which is cathing, they showed me how to cath, and then they showed me how to do the cleaning for his open spine, open back, or whatever. They obviously closed it, but they didn't close the skin on top. So this is like, you know, the meat or whatever. I don't know if I'll show pictures. I don't know, but yeah. So basically, this has to, you know, go up for the stitch, because it was stitched supposedly, but for this to come up, and then this will like close. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but yeah, it took a while. It took like 2 months or so. So I had to do that. And you know, when I took him home, they gave me the baby with already like his back was infected. And I called them, so they had to go back and not redo everything, but like clean it out again, open it again. So that was another surgery, and it was just very stressful and overwhelming. But anyway, I always had my, you know, faith in God and stuff, and He really did help, and He has helped me a lot. He has helped me so much. Like, if you look at my baby, people will say that they wouldn't even know that he has spina bifida, and I give this all the credit to God. Like, this is God. This is God's power. Like, I can't say that enough. Like, I know the doctors did their thing, you know, and obviously through God, you know. But yeah, this is all God, guys. And I remember them telling me even before, because they were gonna do the surgery when he was in my belly, but thankfully they said that it was not necessary. So I'm glad that they did it, you know, after he was born. And yeah, like, basically that's all that happened. And ever since then, I just been, you know, waited till it closed, because when it was open, he couldn't lay on his back, obviously. So ever since he was little, he had to sleep on his side, on either side, and switch sides as well. And then catheterize him every 4 hours, and, you know, wake up every 4 hours, and not only just to cath him, but to clean his open wound, like his open back and stuff. It was a lot, but, you know, like, God helped me through it. And I look back, I think about it, and I'm just like, wow. Like, I don't know how I did it. Well, I know through God, but yeah. So I just wanted to make this video because a lot of people don't really talk about this, and it's not really out there. And I just want to, like, give hope to people, and, you know, especially because they have spina bifida, and I know it can be very confusing, very overwhelming, very stressful, very hard for you, and you know, so like I don't know what else to say, but just think positive, have faith, because you know what, thinking negative is not gonna really do anything. It's just gonna make you feel even worse. But other than that, I just said the main things that came to my head. I'm pretty sure there's more to it, more details, but I don't want to make this video too long for you guys. I just wanted to just give a quick story of my Spina Bifida baby and how I delivered him and what he went through and what I went through with him. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll try to make more videos like this one. But yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.